Hi, I'm Guy.
I'm Justin. Today we're going to be showing you the Muay Thai roundhouse kick, and according to Fight Science, it's the strongest kick out there.
The Muay Thai kick derives from Thailand from the sport Muay Thai, which actually stands for Thai boxing translated into English. There's different critical elements to Muay Thai kick. Unlike other martial art kicks, you actually want to kick with your shin bone, this bone right here. Other kicks land on your foot, and obviously I cannot even kick with my foot right now, so this helps me out too. The other key elements are pivoting. You want to pivot your foot almost like you're like stomping on a bug and then squishing it. And then you also want to thrust your hips. Your hips play most of your power into this move. So you're coming down like that.
A critical element to the Muay Thai kick is using your hands. You want to kind of bring the same hand you're kicking with, you kind of want to bring it down as you pivot to create more force. So this is how it's going to look. You're going to step forward, squash, and as you bring your hand down, you're going to want to create that momentum and chop downwards on your opponent.
Different stages of this movement. Because the Muay Thai kick is so different, you almost want to make your leg kind of like a bat, like a billy club. Like you don't want to snap your leg in other martial arts moves. You kind of want to keep it slightly bent and go right through your opponent, almost like you're swinging like a bat. Just keep going through. So in the cognitive stage, the first learner might snap, kick, and bring it back. That's not what you want to do. And instead of kicking with the shins, the learner will kick with his foot, because that's just how people imagine a kick. They kick with their foot, and when they're younger, with little kids, take Taekwondo and Karate, that's what they use. And they also won't pivot their foot. They'll kick and bring it back. And that's not what you want to do. All right, for the associative stage, now the learners are getting the pivot down, and they notice that they don't have to do a snap kick. But the difference, what they will be doing right now is, now they're thrusting their hips, but they're still kicking upward in a way. What you have to do is you have to explain the kick is thrust up the hips, and then you turn down on it. So instead of kicking up, you have to make sure that they turn down. Because if you kick up, the kick can just go up. You can catch it easier. You can hit their elbow with your foot, and then that's not a good thing.
The third and final stage I would like to teach is the anonymous stage. And during this stage, the learner should almost have it down pat and shouldn't really need to be coached that hard anymore and pick up on their own mistakes. So as it looks in full, you want to step down, twist, make sure you bring that arm back, bring your leg, hit with the shin. The learner by this point should know all those techniques, and coaches should be just picking up on the little things, not really harassing them as much. But just want to make sure you step and you twist, and they should know that by now, and they should have it down pat.
Alright, for the cognitive stage feedback, what you really want to look for is just have them not doing the snap kick, because that's like, you lose so much power from that. So what you really want to aim for is keeping their legs straight and at least a little hip motion going into it. That's what you really want to concentrate on, because your hip thrusting is the one that gives you the most power.
You also want to get feedback. By the time the learner gets to this stage, hopefully you're just refining their movements and making them more automatic. So as opposed to the first stage, you really want to see them do it all in one fluid motion. Step, twist, turn, arm back, and down through. And you want to keep them doing that until they get it down pat. You want to make sure their shin once again is hitting their opponent and their arms coming back. So you want a nice fluid motion so you know that they're learning it. Step, twist, arm back, hit through with the shin, not the snap anymore. They should be able to do this, and if they're not, you have to refine them and make very little corrections on their small movements before you get to the last stage of learning.
For the autonomous stage of feedback, it already should be automatic for them. They should be get the plant, squish the bug, hip thrust, bat as a leg, swing through the opponent and down. Like this stage, you should know what it feels like to do it. So at this point, they should be correcting themselves. But you could give a little feedback. Sometimes the kick can still slide up, down, and especially when they have to start kicking higher on the opponent, it starts throwing off their form a little bit depending on flexibility. So make sure they also work on their flexibility in this move. This is a whole skill, but for practice purposes, what you can do is you can talk the person through the movement. Step, smush, hip thrust, make sure your legs lay back, kick through. Step, smush, hip thrust, kick through and down. Okay.
When you're teaching a class, what you want to do is, if you have a large amount of students in your class, to eliminate downtime, you could have one kid on one side of the bag and one kid on the other side of the bag. So we're going to demonstrate that now. Same technique. You want to step, squish, bring it up and down and through. But when you have a larger amount of students, we can both be kicking the bag at the same time to eliminate kids standing around and not doing anything. As a teacher, you could still stand here and see both of them clearly doing the technique, right or wrong. You can give them both feedback. So this is a great way of eliminating a lot of sitting around, a lot of kids not being motivated to do anything.
Okay guys, the key points that you should have learned from this video is the step, twist, hip thrust, make sure your leg's straight, you're not kicking with your foot, using your shin bone. This is a hard bone, people. Kick with your shin and down, right through your opponent. Those are the key points that you should have gotten through this video.
This would benefit a lot of teachers and physical educators because now they would know the key points of doing the Muay Thai kick, they would know the history of it, and they would know how to make it more time, use their time more wisely during class by putting 2 kids on the bag and how to speed it up. So I hope you enjoyed our video today, and that's all we got.